So for the second part of the scratch art, I'm going to show you the picture that I'm using as a guide to go by for not color, obviously, because our scratch art is black and silver, but I'm going by the value, where the highlights and where the lowlights are. So after I get my sketch kind of roughed in on my scratch art paper, my next step is to just go in while looking at my photo and just pick a spot to start. Now for me, I'm going to pick the vase to start. And for me, I'm going to start light to dark because it's easy for me to carve away where most of the white is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that little highlight there and I'm going to start sketching or scratching that away. So looking at my picture and knowing that in my vase, the highlight is pretty much right here, I'm going to go in and I'm going to scratch that area away quite a bit. Okay, you can see, I know it's hard to see because the camera and stuff, but you can see where I'm going in, just pretty much start carving that away. Now we don't scribble with the scratch art tool. The motion should be of cross hatching. So after I go one way, I cross the other way, kind of like a checkerboard. And you can see by me doing that, it's created a lot lighter of a value. So that would be the ultra highlighted part of my vase. And then you can see I'm just going in and I'm scratching away to make it a little bit lighter on some of those other ones. So again, it's not just going in and scribbling it all out. It's literally going in and you can see, hopefully if I can get it in that light, you can see that scratch art is more of a cross hatching. And again, wherever on your artwork it's the lightest, you're obviously going to keep cross hatching over that area. So where that biggest highlight is going to be cross hatched a lot more. And then as I move my way out, the scratching gets farther apart because the value is slightly darker. So again, everybody's is going to be slightly unique, but the thing when thinking with scratch art is you're thinking reverse. Anything that is white or highlighted in your picture is going to be carved away more. But you've got to remember that it's not carved away in every single direction. We're trying to do more of a scratch art movement where you do cross hatching. So it's probably easier for me to show you on paper where your movement or your scratch art is actually going to look, this is my vase, like that, and my highlight is right in this area. It's going to look like this, where that big highlight is. I will take my tool and I will scratch and do a lot of cross hatching in one spot. And then around it was a little bit of a lighter highlight. So I'm going a little bit farther away because it's not quite as light. And then farther around wasn't quite as much. So again, your value is not always just cut away, cut away. It's not just black and white. It's white, which the only way you can get that is by carving a lot away. And then again, the more you carve away, it's the reverse of what we do with pencil. Think about it. If I sit here carving away, the more I do that, the lighter it's going to be. The less that I do that, the lighter that box is going to be. So then the next value, which again, we're talking lighter values, I'm cross hatching in different ways. Okay, so this would be white or silver on our scratch art because you carved a lot away. This would be a light gray or light area. And then again, you got to think, how can I get another value? You just still scratch away and do your cross hatching, but you're just doing less of it until you're working up to something that's less and less. So now you can see I've created value of white to essentially darker because we're in the process of reversing. The more you carve away, you're telling me that area is white on your scratch art. You leave it, it's going to be your darkest ones on your scratch art. So today, or for when you start working on your scratch art and actually going in like I did and start carving, try to just get, about 25% of it done. And then you'll be bringing it into school so I can check for the rest of it.